Sleepsayer welcomes you, dear listener. As evening's gentle shadows embrace the world, let's take a moment to find perfect comfort. Allow your body to settle deeply into your resting place. Take a slow, calming breath. Tonight, Sleepsayer will share the Midnight Record Shop, a tale where dreams and reality dance together in perfect harmony. The fog rolls softly through the streets of San Francisco, painting the world in gentle shades of pearl and silver. Cable cars rest quietly after their daily journeys up and down the city's famous hills. Golden streetlights create warm pools of light in the misty evening, like stars brought down to earth. The salt-tinged breeze carries whispers of the bay, mingling with distant echoes of music from jazz clubs and cafes. Along a quiet street in North Beach, vintage neon signs cast their gentle glow against the settling fog. The weathered brick buildings hold decades of stories in their walls. Time moves more slowly here, as if the whole neighborhood exists in a dream. Inside Starlight Records, Maya Chen sits at the counter, her fingers dancing silently over imagined piano keys. The evening's last rays of sunlight filter through the front windows, casting long shadows between the towering shelves. Warm lamplight bathes the wooden fixtures in amber, highlighting the rich patina of age on the well-loved furniture. Thousands of vinyl records rest in their sleeves, each holding countless dreams within their grooves. The scent of old paper and wood polish fills the air, mingling with the subtle sweetness of the jasmine tea Maya always keeps near. Dust motes dance in the slanting light, moving to music only they can hear. The old radiator in the corner provides a gentle percussion of soft clicks and sighs. Maya watches as her mentor, James Blue Note Thompson, helps the day's last customer find the perfect album. His gentle voice carries the wisdom of decades spent surrounded by music, like honey over warm bread. Gray streaks at his temples catch the light as he moves through the aisles with the grace of a lifetime performer. Every record he touches seems to respond to his presence, as if each one holds a piece of his story. The shop bell chimes softly as the customer leaves, its tone lingering in the quiet space. "Time to close up, little bird," James says with his characteristic warmth, using the nickname he'd given her on her first day. Evening shadows lengthen across the weathered hardwood floor, each board holding echoes of countless footsteps. Maya begins her closing routine, straightening already perfect rows of records with careful hands. The quiet moments after closing were always her favorite, when the shop seemed to breathe with its own gentle rhythm. She thinks about her secret performances in underground jazz clubs, where her classical training meets improvisation. Her business textbooks wait in her bag, a reminder of the practical path she's meant to follow. But here, surrounded by music's physical history, other dreams whisper their possibilities. In the back room, dusty shelves hold forgotten treasures waiting to be rediscovered. The air here feels different, heavy with potential and the subtle scent of aged cardboard and vinyl. Boxes of newly acquired collections wait to be sorted, each one a mystery waiting to be solved. A particular album catches Maya's eye, its cover unmarked except for an intricate silver spiral. The design seems to move in the dim light, like ripples in still water. The weight of the vinyl feels different somehow, almost alive in her hands. James's antique record player sits in the corner, its brass fittings gleaming despite the dust. The machine seems to hold its own kind of magic, a bridge between past and present. Something calls to Maya, a whisper just beyond hearing, like a melody half remembered. She places the mysterious record on the turntable with reverent care. The mechanism comes to life with a soft whir, like a sleeping cat beginning to purr. The needle touches the vinyl with the gentlest of sounds, a whisper against silence. The world begins to shift, like watercolors bleeding into one another. Colors blur and reform around her, sounds become distant then clear again. The air takes on a different quality, thick with the texture of another time. Seattle, 1964, materializes around her like a photograph developing. Rain taps a gentle rhythm against window panes, nature's own percussion section. The same record player now sits in a music school practice room, surrounded by different shadows. Afternoon light filters through rain-streaked windows, casting patterns on the worn floor. A young man plays Chopin on an upright piano, his expression troubled beneath perfect technique. Maya recognizes those features a younger James Thompson, his face unlined by time. His fingers move precisely across the keys, technically perfect but somehow hollow. The music stops, and young James sighs, his shoulders heavy with unspoken expectations. Sheet music fills the music stand, classical pieces chosen by others. Maya steps forward, drawn by the familiar sound of uncertainty in his silence. "That's beautiful," she says, "but what does your heart want to play?" James turns, surprised but not startled, as if he'd been waiting for someone to ask that very question. Something in Maya's presence feels expected, like a dream coming true or a memory yet to be made. They talk about music as afternoon fades to evening, sharing thoughts that feel like secrets. Maya speaks of jazz pioneers, her voice soft with passion for their innovative spirit. She describes the way jazz breaks rules to create new forms of beauty. James listens with growing wonder, recognition sparking in his eyes. Each word seems to unlock something within him, like opening long-closed windows. Days pass like pages turning in a beloved book, gentle and inevitable. Maya joins a local band, playing piano under starlit skies in smoky clubs. Her fingers find melodies that won't exist for decades, creating ripples through time. She watches young James in the audience, his expression changing night by night. Back in the present, album covers shift and change with butterfly-wing delicacy. The shop's collection evolves with each passing moment, like clouds reshaping themselves. Even its name flickers between variations, like stars winking in twilight. Young James begins to visit jazz clubs after his classical lessons, drawn by an unnamed longing. His shoulders gradually release their tension as he discovers new possibilities. His smile grows more genuine with each passing day, like a flower turning toward the sun. The Blue Moon Club's neon sign casts cobalt shadows on rain-slipped streets. The air thrums with potential and the murmur of the waiting crowd. Maya watches from the piano as James takes the stage for the first time. His hands hover over the keys for a moment of perfect silence. His first jazz performance flows like water finding its natural path down a mountainside. The music he creates bridges classical precision and jazz freedom, like twilight bridging day and night. Every note carries the weight of choice and the lightness of liberation. Time ripples once more, gentle as a lake at dawn. Maya finds herself back in Starlight Records, the mysterious record still spinning silently. The shop feels different now, filled with new histories and altered memories. James, older now, but with the same bright eyes, stands in the doorway. "I always wondered when you'd find that record, little bird," he says softly. His smile holds decades of joy and gratitude, and the wisdom of chosen paths. Maya realizes some dreams flow both ways through time, touching everyone they pass. That evening, she calls her parents with steady hands and a sure heart. Her voice carries the same quiet confidence she helped James find so long ago. The fog continues its gentle dance through San Francisco streets. Starlight Records glows like a lighthouse for musical souls seeking their true sound. Inside, two generations of dreamers share knowing smiles across lifetimes of music. Sometimes the most beautiful melodies are the ones we help others find. The most powerful magic lies in the courage to be true to our own hearts. As our story draws to a close, moonlight bathes the world in silver dreams. The fog wraps the city in its gentle embrace. Each breath brings deeper peace. Every heartbeat carries you closer to sleep's soft shores. Let these gentle moments carry you into your own dreams. Sleep Sayer bids you good night.